Well, got a day off today, Tuesday, November the 24th, and got to do some errands. First job of the day is to get our son Ethan to school. Woke up to a very cold, snowy day. It's -7 outside, so let's see what that looks like on the road. And I would say this probably marks the real beginning of winter in Calgary. Our first serious snow or snowstorm. It's still falling. It'll probably keep falling for most of today, adding to the mess that's on the road. And of course, traffic slows to a crawl. So on a day like today, where it would take probably 25 minutes to get from my house into the middle of downtown, it will take probably over an hour. And we're doing good so far. The traction in the Tesla, in the Light Runner, is very good. We got winter tires on this thing, so it's very grippy. And it seems to have no problem getting going. And it also seems to have no problem slowing down and stopping as well. So far, so good. Well, that was rough. That took about 40 minutes to get back to where I am right now, which is probably about 5 minutes from home. So now there won't be any traffic. But making it down across that bridge was pretty slow going. Lots of snow. All right, mission 1 is accomplished. I've got Ethan at school, and I even managed to grab a coffee. And now we're heading home. And then we've got one bigger trip that I got to take later today. That's going to be probably just as slow going, but more snow driving. Yep, just got back from winter driving, and not too much buildup of snow on the tires, but it is pretty sticky. And I noticed that I don't have parking assist, and I think my sensors are probably covered up a bit with snow, so I'm going to have to maybe clear some of those off. But yeah, snow on the road means there's also no cruise control. At least not until the road clears up a little bit. So, not too bad though. See, nobody has come and shoveled my driveway either. I'll have to talk to myself about that. Alright, winter driving part 2 today. We got one more errand that takes us close to Airdrie, which is just a small town outside of Calgary. And of course it's still snowing. I have to shovel the driveway, and we'll see what it looks like.
But secondly, it's important for us to remember, too, that, first of all, the church, and I know that there were people who did this. I always tell people the biggest problem with the Catholic Church.
Well, we made it. Looks like out here in the country where the wind doesn't blow the snow away, it piles up a lot, but not a problem. Cars, we raised the car, got a suspension button, we just set it to very high, and it just goes over the snow quite nicely. So here we are. It was a nice drive out. Okay, errand is finished just outside of Airdrie, Calgary. Now we're heading back into Calgary, and it hasn't gotten any better, but that's okay because we're going to take the light runner to a movie. Actually, it's going to take us to a movie, and that's what we're going to do. So I'll get a little more video of the bad weather closer to the city, but there's a lot of vehicles that are in the ditch. They just spun out and slipped off the edge of the road, so just driving, taking it slow because that could happen to us too. It's It's kind of nice though. The electric car has really no issues. Not as big a hit on range. There is some, but we're nice and toasty warm in here, and I used the trip computer to get out to my destination, and I was actually pretty close to what it had suggested because I was doing the speed limit and not going much faster than I should. In fact, I was going a bit slower, so we got really good range. And I think the winter tires are going to perform better now because it's -8 Celsius outside, which means the winter tires get a little harder, kind of to their summer equivalent, and I'm thinking range should be pretty good. Right now I'm seeing 274 watt-hours per kilometer, which is higher than my norm of about 205-ish, 210-ish, but not that much higher, so it's not double like a lot of people seem to think will happen. And that's what makes the Tesla a really nice electric vehicle to have, is it has such a massive battery, 85 kilowatts, so if you take a 10 or 15% hit, it's not that big of a deal. You still have a significant amount of range, so I'll be testing that later this week. Hey everybody, it's Mike from Calgary in the Light Runner, my lovely wife Tammy. One thing we were just talking about, with all this snow out here, there is absolutely no takeoffs going on. And when you try to do a takeoff, you kind of inject the car into a bit of a slippage state, which you really don't want to do. So we were just saying, if you did have ludicrous mode, which we don't, or the P, which we don't, we just have an S85D, which still has amazing takeoff. It's unbelievable. You are not doing those takeoffs in this weather. It just doesn't lead to good things. So what I need to do is find roads where there aren't vehicles or parking lots so I can practice those types of takeoffs, just so I can see what happens, because what seems to be in weather like this is you don't do sudden movements with the throttle because you have so much power at your disposal. You don't want to dump it all on the road when it's slippery like this. So you just you take it easy, and life is good, and the car handles really, really well. The extra weight helps. I mean, it does not move on the road, so unless you really want it to, and then it will. But it's been really good. The winter tires are doing a great job so far, and we're quite happy with the way it's performing. Just thought you'd want to know. Mike out, and Tammy also out. Well, that's what our camera looks like when it's all covered up in snow. I had to back into a spot, and couldn't see anything, but that's okay. So look at that. We got plenty of range left. We did 124 kilometers, and I started out with about 380 or 390, I think. So 180 plus the 124, that's 304. So I lost about 80 kilometers of rated range. Not bad. And I got plenty left, and after the movie we're just going to go home and plug in, which takes 30 seconds less. You plug the car in and you walk away, and then you come back and there's more range in it.